Everyone, we're back with Chaos Child. Last time, Taku has magic powers to open doors. That is canon. I hope it really is canon. It's got to be more complex than that, but opening doors for a superpower would be great. Can't wait to get the extras unlocked so I can just make thumbnails instead of just taking a screenshot from the chapter. Yeah, anyway, last night I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to finish chapter 6 tonight. But then I took a break, and I took a break on a no-no scene. So when I thought about coming back, I was like, oh wait, no-no's waiting for me. It's weird, like no-no I think is, in her relationship with Taku, is maybe the most compelling character in the series, but also like, anytime one of her scenes shows up, it's just like, no, get me out of here.
ありがとう、ゆい。いいって。のの姉にはいつもいろいろ任せっきりなんだもん。私だってもう子供じゃないんだし、こういう時くらい頼ってよ。
Yui smiled as she finished disinfecting the wound and applying the gauze. Pronounce gauze, right? Every time that word comes up, I'm like, wait, how do you say that again? Nono was a little surprised to see her smile look just like an adult's. But, 90-degree flip C? Yui and Yuto had come to the Alba dorm at almost the same time as Nono and Takuyo. At first they were still young, and it took time for them to get used to life here. Now they were an indispensable part of life at the dorm. Of course, 6 years had passed now, so perhaps that was only natural. Yeah, so, okay, 6 years, not 7, so... What happened a decade ago? That's right, people can get used to anything. As Nono thought that to herself, she then thought about how long 6 years truly was, softly patted Yui on the head. Was Shogun even a thing 10 years ago? Like, you get what I mean by that, right? Like, I don't want to go too much into Chaos Head, but... Yeah, I think he would have been.
どうしたの？ののね。なんでもない。大きくなったなって。何？急に。
Why is the teddy bear frowning? That's the opposite of an adult smile.
だからなんでもないんだって。ちょっと思っただけ。
And at the same time, she thought to herself, I have to protect this no matter what. The things that she'd built up over the last 6 years. Her family. And...
いいののね。また勝手に動き回って悪化させちゃダメなんだからね。
The way Yui showed up when she talked was just like Nono did. Felt a little embarrassing to watch.
ごめん。それにしても、タクル兄もタクル兄だよね。痛がってるののねを置いてどっか行っちゃうなんて。口では文句ばっかり言ってても、タクル兄は本当は優しい人だって思ってたのにさ。
I just remembered, yeah, he was like, see ya, and she was like, wait, no, ow, and he was like, hey, get on out of here.
そう言わないであげて、ユイ。タクルはタクルなりにいろいろあるのよ、きっと。いろいろって？それは。
She's got Stockholm syndrome. Nono knew that Takuyo didn't want to hurt her. Takuyo was just struggling as hard as he could against the circumstances he found himself in, against the world. However,
わからないけど、いろいろよ、いろいろ。変なの?
he still didn't realize that sometimes the only thing doing that brought was sadness. It kept Takuyo's past a secret for his own sake. Oh, come on, get into it. There's nothing to be gained from digging up the awful truths of the past. Takuyo knew that. So why?
とにかく、もうしばらく安静にしておくこと。これは父さんからの命令でもあるんだから。わかった?
Well, I'm trying to think because, like, it has to be something a layman could understand, right? It can't be, oh yeah, Takuyo doesn't actually exist. It's a figment of a guy's imagination. Because that would... No one would believe that, right? No one would believe that. So is it like he was in that, hospital he was experimented on? Like, that's plausible, but I feel like it's got to be deeper than that, right? It can't just be that.
はいはい。返事は1回。
はい、わかりました。
よろしい。
I still don't know where Yui and is it Yuto fit into the story, by the way. Like, I don't get what the point of them is. Yui said the line that normally Kyusu would say and then left the room. Kyusu chuckled as she watched her go. Then she took her phone off the side table. Ooh, Senri content? A moment after she turned it on, the phone's wallpaper appeared. Wait, she has the NFT? What the heck? It's not one of one? Oh my... Taku's entire life savings are in shambles. He spent all of his money on this thing. He was gonna trade it for like a picture of a monkey. Sorry, an NFT of a monkey. It's one of her most important treasures. She stared at it for a long time, and after a moment's hesitation, opened the photo gallery on the phone. There was Taku, fixed in along with many of her other memories. He had the same flat look on his face, almost made her laugh out loud. Very bottom of the gallery was a picture dated a long time ago. Taken 6 years ago, just before the earthquake. There are 3 children in the picture. Nono, Kawahara, and one other. Were they childhood friends the whole time? Suddenly she heard a knock at the door. You know, the other one's probably Senri. Somehow. I don't... No, well, no, she looked older. If that was her being experimented on in the flashback. Who's the other? She quickly hid the phone behind her back.
Nono-ne-chan, ii? Nani?
Hello, other character that is definitely relevant to the story somehow. Come on in.
お友達が来てるよ。お見舞いだって。
Oh, let's go.
友達?
Yahoo!
Oh, is this the scene where she tells her? Toka softly opened the door and came inside.
元気？
元気だったらこうして寝てないから。
She was stabbed.
そっか。じゃあまたにするね。
冗談よ冗談。入って。
Erika came inside, moving a little more carefully and softly than she usually did. She sat down next to the bed.
お茶とか持ってきた方がいい?
Do you think that third person is Serika then, somehow? Like, you know, this Serika isn't real, but there is a real Serika. Or there was a real Serika until she died.
お構いなく。
ありがとう、ゆうと。じゃあ。
へへへ。
Serika smiled as she watched the door close.
何?
ゆうとくんもしっかりしてきたなって。
まだ甘えん坊だけどね。
How old is he? Like 10? 9? Ito was shy, particularly around people older than him. He seemed to be okay with Serika. Well, that's probably because Serika had been around Taku for so long. No. People older than him. Serika has only existed for like... Oh, no, she existed at the hospital. Let's say 7 to 8 years.
それで?
Or because she's really tiny. I mean, so he sees her as... God.
え? ここに来た理由よ。
お見舞い。
See, they can't even show Nono and Serika at the same scene, because then everyone would notice that Serika is only 3 inches tall.
怪我の具合なら電話でも話したでしょ。なのにわざわざ来るなんて。
やっぱのんちゃんにはかなわないな。
当たり前。で、どうしたの?
It's weird we're getting this scene after the fact, like...
ちょっとね。のんちゃんの様子がおかしいなって思って。
Maybe? I didn't pay attention to what date it is. Can we can't check.
私が?
電話の声がね、元気がないなって。
何言ってるの。怪我してるんだから元気がないのは当たり前でしょ?
Being stabbed does tend to do that.
それはそうなんだけど、なんて言ったらいいかな。とにかく変だなって思ったの。だから来たの。セリカ。
Yes, I really can't fool you either, Nono thought to herself.
のんちゃん？どうしたの？具合悪い？そうじゃない。そうじゃないの。ただ。
Everybody, come on, come on, give us the lore, give us the lore. Nono hesitated for a moment, and slowly took the phone out from behind her back. Who's the third friend? There's only one thought in her heart. I have to protect everyone. What, Shio? That was all. If she couldn't change things, they'd be put in danger. Takeru, their family, their guests at the newspaper. This is, she's been telling Takeru he's not the main character. It's because she's the main character. She's the Segi no Mikata. Anyway, the rest of the newspaper club. Even Ito? So Nono made her decision. But she couldn't say until now. She didn't say until now. She'd tell everyone. Oh god, she's gonna die. Death flag, death flag.
セリカ、言ってたわよね。例の病院の地下で、南沢千里っていうこの情報を見たって。
Come on, spill it.
これ。
Oh, okay, so this is... okay, we're like caught up in the timeline. This isn't a day back. Picture Nono had been looking at a moment ago. There's Kurisu Nono, Kawahara Masashi, and one more child.
Non-chan.
So she is the same age as them. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to decipher where's the hidden Serika. She's 3 inches tall. She's hidden in the lunchbox somewhere.
それではここでもう一度こちらの歴史シールがどういう
What was that sound effect for? Like with
まず
Takuyo?
この歴史シールというものが最初に街中に貼られ始めたのは2007年頃だそうですが、果たして誰が何のために貼り始めたものなのか詳しいことは分かっていません。
How does he not get robbed? Like he has like stuff in there. Like you would think like eventually.
宗教的、呪術的な意味があるとも言われていますが、それも単なる噂の域を出ません。ただこの歴史シールが最近になって大量に貼られ始めたのには何らかのメッセージが込められているのではないかとインターネットなどで
Okay,
は
yeah,
話題
we
にな
don't
ってい
even
る
know what
と
they
いう
think
こと
about
です
sumo
が、
stickers. We know.
ここで若者のサブカルチャーなどに詳しいゲストの方を。
But he has a shortcut to a folder on his desktop? Why? Who does that? Just put the folder on there if you need to, like... Who does a shortcut to a folder? Here too. Yes, yes, yes. And here. Every channel I looked at was talking about the sumo stickers. Oh, shut up, dude. The world was talking about the sumo stickers a lot more than I expected them to. Everyone was getting excited over old news and old theories. But none of them had reached the same conclusion I had yet, because I am so smart. Haha. Of course they hadn't. It's too far-fetched. A while ago, I'd been confident. I'd been sure of my theory. Kurosato and Arimori had confirmed it. But I didn't believe in it anymore. Or more specifically, I didn't want to believe it. Because if those powers existed, then I might become a victim too. I'd eat my own hand, or rip open my stomach and shove a speaker inside, or have my head ripped off, or get my stomach filled with pieces of paper filled with faces on them. I'd be the same man as all the others. Sliced arm. Bloody stomach. Severed... Oh, do you think they're like making like Exodia? The severed head falling off its neck. Eyes that wept blood. A wide open mouth. Sumo stickers pouring out of it. Ah. That happened to me. No. No, 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 no. No, no. He's calling for the hero of justice. No way, I don't want that. No!
Turn
it off, turn it off, turn it off. Don't look, don't look. No! Close up of the sumo sticker appeared on the screen as the announcer spoke. Ooh-ah! Do you think this is the committee running a propaganda campaign to find the people? The instant I saw it, I leapt up from my chair, hallucinating that all the nightmares I'd seen so far were being real booted and attacking me. I closed my eyes so that I couldn't see the sticker.
一説によりますと、これはデザイン学校の学生が自己表現のために貼り始めたという話もあ
Those
り
dang
ますが、
design school students. Heavy breathing. Fearfully opened my eyes and tried to catch my breath. The sticker on the screen was still staring at me with its creepy face, but nothing had happened to me. That's a fake. Seen the 11th Rorschach image in the basement of that hospital. That was the real sumo sticker. It had a terrifying effect on me. Many of the stickers that were showing up around town were fakes, put up by people hoping to be part of the latest fad. It had no effect on me at all. Scare me like that, dang it! I thought you were at No-No's. Wah! It's a Serika! Probably calmed down, so when I finally heard a loud voice next to me, I jumped up again. Huh? Maybe she can teleport. I recognized the voice, but I still fearfully turned around. Wait, oh no way? Suddenly felt so tired I almost dropped straight to the ground and just stopped myself. What the hell are you doing?
それは私が言いたいよ。タクってば外に聞こえるくらい大きな声出して、近所のみんなびっくりしてるよ。
I was doing voice training.
本当に？
Erica looked at me, worried.
でもタク、顔が真っ青。ひどい汗だし。
Erica took a handkerchief out of her pocket and tried to wipe away my sweat. It's fine. I'll do it myself. I grabbed the handkerchief from her and scrubbed the sweat off my forehead. Oh, I'll wash this and give it back to you tomorrow.
気にしなくて OK だよ。タクの汗だったら汚いとか思わないし。
Also because like she doesn't sweat or anything, so she doesn't have a use for it. She doesn't exist. You should. Or did people who are 3 inches tall, like they don't need a handkerchief. Anyway, what do you want at this hour? It's actually like the size of her. I put the handkerchief in my pocket. Her face took on a much more serious expression than usual as she slowly began to talk.
あのね。
Is this a Chekhov's gun? That's a weird detail. That's gonna come back later, I think.
のんちゃんの話をね、聞いてあげてほしいの。
I've read enough visual novels to pick up on that. That handkerchief, that's like the clue that blasts this case open. Ryusu? Right now?
のんちゃんはね、明日でいいって、学校が終わったら青バリオンに来てほしいって言ってるけど。
Oh no. Don't end the episode there or I'll never finish Chaos Child.
でも本当はタクにすぐにでも聞いてほしいんじゃないかなって思うんだ。
Wait, didn't I end like the second hiatus I took? Wasn't that like right when I got to an Alba clinic scene? Look, I'm not saying there's a pattern, but there's a pattern. Is it that important?
うん、私が話しちゃってもいいんだけど、のんちゃん自分でお話ししたいって。
Okay, this is 100% something's gonna happen before that, so we don't get to learn until like the third ending or something. I see. Deku never took anything this seriously. Really must have been something important. Alright, I'll go over there now.
オッケー。さすがタク、優しいね。
How do the endings even work in this? I think in Kansas Noah, you got the normal ending, which is just the chaos set ending, but they cut off the happy bit at the end. Then you have to do the heroine routes, and then you can go get the true ending, which just the chaos set true ending. But I think they added a little extra, I think. Don't quote me on that. So do you think it's gonna work the same here? Like we get a badish ending, and we have to go date all the girls, and then we can find out Serika's not real. Oh. Hey. Trying to giggle a little, grab the handkerchief out of my pocket. Dang it! Wait, what? Weirdo. Don't say. See, the Chekhov's gun was for her to say that. But it could have been. It could have been. Don't say that. Are you blushing? That makes that 10 times weirder. She squeezed her Garo Froggy strap to say goodbye, spun around and left the RV. Wait. This is something I just connected. So Garo Froggies have like a magic, whatever, radio wave for delusions, right? Do you think her having the Garo Froggy strap is what lets her exist? Like without it, like she wouldn't. Oh my god. Okay, if none of this is real and Serika is just a normal person, I am gonna sound insane. But in my head, it all makes sense. Sheesh. I watched her go until she was out of the park. Drusu wants to talk about something important? As soon as she was gone, I tried to think. What could she want? Did it have something to do with what happened? You see, with the handkerchief, what I thought was gonna happen, like Serika would disappear one day, and Taki was like, be like, she was a delusion all along. But then he'd find the handkerchief in his pocket, which would drive him to realize Serika may have been fake, but she was also real at the same time. Well, you know, I already had the whole ending painted in my head because of the handkerchief. Does it have something to do with what happened? The idea scared me a little, so I got ready as soon as I could and left the RV. I hurried down the usual route I took to Alba Dorm, but is your mic? He's having a heart attack? Something was different. Something wasn't the same as it had been before. Something was wrong. I didn't notice anything different when I came down here on the way home from school. So what was the strange, dissonant feeling? Ah! Yeah, that'll do it. They're the real ones! The walls, the fence, the streetlights. Stickers are staring at me from all directions. All of them are real. Not one of them was fake. The eerie 11th Rorschach image. Ah! The scenery in front of me suddenly warped and twisted. I really use a sword right now. Not the Mountain Dew I just drank coming out of my throat, and my hardest to keep it down. Not the Mountain Dew. No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not a psychic. There's no reason for you to come after me. No, even if Arimor and Kunosato were right, it did have some kind of power. Only a tiny little power. It couldn't master and wasn't even good for anything. They're opening doors metaphorically, though. That's OP. I mean, even just opening doors, that has uses. No point in coming after me. Leave me alone. Like, I mean, you know, bank vaults are just fancy doors. You could open a, you could rob a bank easy. Ah! Ah! What was that sound? This is like a cat in heat. Oh, okay. No, wait. It's a baby, dude. This sound of a baby crying? Yes. Babies are not cats in heats. Well, there shouldn't be any babies in this park. What the hell is that sound? Yeah, babies aren't allowed in this park! That's ridiculous! Immediately after I thought that, all the stickers that were staring at me smiled. And then slowly, their eyes! Whose eyes? Oh, okay. I think it'd be creepier if it's just them with normal eyes, honestly. Opened. Oh, ah! No, no, no! No, 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 Kuryusu, help me! He's shouting for no. Ran as fast as I could, not caring where I went. I just needed to escape from the 11th Rorschach, somehow. But... Ah! No matter where I went. I mean, didn't you know there was one here? Like, that was a plot point, you know, the camera thing. Like, you knew it was here. That's like the one you could have logically avoided. Right? That was the memorial where Nono got stabbed, right? No matter where I went. Here. And here. And here. Is this the equivalent of Takumi's scene at the top of the tower? There are so many of them. Were there really this many sumo stickers in Shibuya? How did I never notice before? Stop it, stop it, stop it, please just stop. No matter where I went, like they were following me. Ooh-ah! Okay. Okay, more breathing. I had no idea how long I've been running from the phantoms of the sumo stickers. No matter where I ran, the entire city of Shibuya was covered in sumo stickers. Each time I saw one, I felt sick and dizzy, but I was gonna throw up. Added that to the exhaustion from running, barely able to keep still. Why not just like keep your eyes down? Like, I doubt they're on the floor. Just when I reached the conclusion, there's nothing left in Shibuya for me to rest it. Nowhere left for me to rest anymore. Question mark? A silhouette crouched in an alley. There's a person clutching their arms to their tiny body. They look like a stray cat. Okay, at first I thought it'd be Senri, but tiny Arimura? So different from the girl that I was used to that I initially thought I just mistook her for someone I knew. Hey! When she looked up, I realized that it actually was her. Arimura. But with the different ribbons!
Senpai.
Oh, she recognizes us. But what are you doing here?
ちょっと気分が悪くて、あれのせいで。
Oh, it still affects those with swords? I figured once they got a D sword, you know, they could just be like, haha, I don't care. Arimura pointed behind her, but didn't turn around. That was enough to tell me what she was pointing at. The sumo stickers.
そっか。先輩も
Huh?
先輩もひどい顔してる。ダメなんでしょあれ。
No, I didn't want to admit it. If I admitted it, that would mean that I had a special power like Arimura, that my life would be in danger. That would mean that instead of me going after the case would be coming after me. You know, I can't stop thinking about the parallels to Chaos Head. It's been like almost a decade since I've read it, but I vividly remember this section of Chaos Head, right? You meet Senna, who kind of like expositions you on the whole psychic powers. And then Takumi just kind of hangs out and does nothing for like a couple scenes with the little blonde lolly character. I don't remember her name. She was irrelevant to the plot, honestly. I wonder if they do anything with her route though, like Noah. He's like, if there's one character you could cut from Chaos that nothing would be missed, it was her.
なんだか急に数が増えたと思いませんあれ。
Although, I mean, reading the original Chaos Set, I've talked about this before. I felt like it would have worked even if they cut out like half or more of the heroines. Like, it did kind of feel like, you know, they just needed to add more cute girls to it to sell it. Anyway, sorry. Arimura's voice is so soft, it's hard for me to hear her. Talking about it on TV a lot right now. I'm sure all the wrong-siders are sticking them up everywhere.
しかも偽物だけじゃなくて本物のシールまで。迷惑です。
You said it. I think people like that are gonna get sick of it soon, though.
だといいんですけど。
I mean, Garo froggies are still around 6 years later. Anyway, let's go to Alba Clinic. Why are we inviting her? That's the care facility where Kurusu and I grew up. There's an examination room there, so even if you're not feeling well, you can get some rest. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
はい、すみません。
Can you stand?
それくらいはできます。
She forced herself to smile, then ignored my outstretched hand and stood up by herself. Getting to Alba Dorm was a miserable experience. I could feel the influence of the sumo stickers increasing with every step I took. Are you okay?
はい。
Or so she said, but she didn't look good. And I wasn't in any position to be worrying about anyone else either. Hurry, let's get to Alba Dorm. That's the one thought that drove me forward. But, suddenly... Oh! Hello! It's the plot! She appeared before us. Question mark? A woman. There's a woman with a strange presence. If it'd been one of Shibuya's typical crowded streets, I doubt I ever would have noticed her. But on this empty street, she was impossible to miss. Her long hair covered most of her face. Because the streetlight was behind her, couldn't read her expression at all. So it is worth noting, if I go to cast out the banner, right? The twin-tailed pink-haired girl, who is clearly Senri, does not have a scar on her face. So is either A, this is not Senri, or B, there's another Senri running around. Like it's a sprite at some point. I could see the strange, hungry light that shone from her eyes through the thick hair that otherwise concealed her features. It was a dark light, but it somehow brought a deeper darkness, not illumination.
先輩。
Arimore's voice was shaking. She realized how strange the woman was, too. And then... my eyes met hers. Whose eyes are those eyes? The next instant... she laughed, or so it seemed to me. Her laugh was empty, but at the same time, somehow satisfied. It was a laugh like evil itself. It was like nothing I'd ever heard before in my life. I forget, did it show us her full face? The last time we saw her? Then in a graspy, unpleasant voice, she spoke.
見つけた。
She kind of reminds me of a DC Red character. I don't remember their name. It starts with an S. You know who I'm talking about. I don't think she might. Yeah, this girl is bad news. I'm getting similar vibes. Alarm bells went off inside my mind. Bad. This is bad. Bad. Is bad? Is that a character? I don't know. My knees started to buckle. My instincts told me that she was dangerous. Oh no, she is bad. I gotcha. Arimori was staring at the woman, not moving a muscle. She probably couldn't even move, even if she wanted to. Like we were paralyzed.
先輩、あの人。
Arimori barely squeezed out the words.
多分能力者です。
Hey, you have to use the terminology. She's a gigolomaniac. A psychic. Didn't want to admit it, but just looking at the woman in front of me was enough to dash all my hopes. Like, I know it's a stupid term. You have to use it though. You can't just call them psychics. Psychics are real. This woman, their very existence was enough to make me believe. You know, the giant sword before, that wasn't, you know, but just a woman standing there menacingly, that's psychic. Arimora?
なんですか。
Okay, you fight her, I'm gonna run. See ya. What's your power? I didn't know any of the Gigolomaniac's powers besides Arimora's. From what I'd seen so far, some of them are a lot more dangerous than the ability to tell when someone was telling the truth. There had to be more types, which is swords that could be used as weapons. You know, like a giant sword? There's no doubt in my mind that this woman had that sort of power. And if I'd known this was going to happen, would have done more research. Didn't matter whether I believed it or not. So I'm gonna guess she can set things on fire and she's behind the arson attacks. How could I not have the information I needed at a time like this? Oh, wait, did it say she just got to the city? I forget. Arimora!
そんなの私にもわかりません。テレパシーなのか、プレコグニションなのか、クレアボヤンスなのか。ただ
Arimora's eyes were fixed on a single point. She probably couldn't look away.
あの人の能力はもっと危険な、人に害を与える力だと。
... I hate that. I hate that. That's just a smile turned upside down, literally. What is that? The woman started sluggishly walking towards us. Slowly. I mean, you could have been running this entire time. Finally realized that the reason she seemed to be off balance as she walked was because she was dragging one of her legs. Maybe we should have injured it. Maybe it had never worked right to begin with. She approached us one step at a time, as if enjoying our fear. And give us the chuuni fight scene. She took in another step. A horrible smile was frozen on her face. Her eyes were looking straight at us, just as if she didn't want us to let her prey escape. Didn't want to let her prey escape. I have to get out of here. My body wouldn't move. My body had turned to stone, like I've been stared at by Medusa. Oh, do you think that's actually what it is? Anyone who makes eye contact with her? Mark? Then suddenly the wind blew. The woman's long hair flew up. I could see just a little bit of her face. Whose eyes are those eyes? Arimora gasped. The woman had been terribly burnt. I mean, it's kind of covered. Her face was covered in horrible burn scars. The smile disappeared from her face. Instead, it was replaced by rage. There was nothing but burning rage and the color of anger. She slowly brought her hands up. So I don't think this is Senri then. That's a red herring because Senri, well, besides the eye color, no, she's a cute anime girl. Besides Hanako, we all know if you have a scar or a burn, you can't be a cute anime girl. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. And then push them out towards us. Because all the heroines obviously have to be conventionally attractive. I knew it! I'm a genius. Senpai! Arimora screamed and pulled my hand as hard as she could. Ooh-ah! A pillar of flame sprung up right where I was standing. You know, it's really convenient we ran into Arimora. There's a blast of heat and the awful stink of burning asphalt. A burning pain ran down my cheek as the heat struck it. What was that? Is that a word? Yeah, it sounds chuuni. It's probably a word. I think that was him. It wasn't muted. We heard him. Okay, just for that line, guys, you can hear Takuru. Just that once. She waved her arm, and the next moment, the space in front of me was a sea of crimson flames. Arimori and I tried our best to get away from the fire. Pyrokinesis? I knew that meant the ability to create fire. I remembered, right? It's a word created by a famous novelist. Really? No tip for that? I'm looking it up. Pyrokinesis. Etymology. Stephen King. Oh, okay. From his book Firestarter. Did not expect a Stephen King reference in Chaos Child today. All over the world, there were historical records of unexplained fires breaking out for no clear reason. Spontaneous human combustion, where a human body would suddenly burst into... You know, someone's trying to kill you right now, Tagu? You could suddenly burst into flame was one form those incidents took. Like, Arimori is like making him dodge and everything. Tagu's like, ooh, that reminds me of that Stephen King novel. Where spontaneous human combustion was considered pseudoscience, most scientists believe that incidents were actually caused by static electricity or electromagnetic waves. And now real pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. Thank you. I'm trying to exposition for the audience, Arimora. Give me a moment. Huh? Next thing I knew, the woman was stretching her hands out towards me. Okay, find a door. Just get to a door, Takuru. Wah! I rolled along the ground with Arimor, and at almost the exact same moment, the fire exploded outwards. Okay, that gives you iframes. Good idea. The smell of burning hair stung my nostrils. It's no time to worry about that. Exclamation point. We kept moving away, only barely dodging the burning flames. Pillar after pillar of fire appeared behind us. It looked almost like the flames had spread to a bike and some garbage that was lying on the roadside, but I didn't have time to check. The woman was getting closer, dragging her leg as she walked. Arimora! Try to grab her hand and run, but you have a sword! Use the sword! A fire appeared right in front of us. As we tried to dodge it, we both lost our balance and fell to the ground. Yeah. The planter next to us was on fire. Looked up as the footsteps got closer, saw that the woman was right on top of us. Ah. But she's standing right next to a door, and it opens by its... she's gonna kill us! That's what was going through my mind as I was lying there, frozen in terror. This wasn't an anime or a movie. This was a visual. This is reality. The pain from where it hit my leg when I fell, the pain from the burns, all these flames, the smell of melted asphalt. It was all real. Konosato had said that the Gigalomaniac's powers came from delusions. Not just any delusions. These delusions affected the brains of others. Through being shared, they became reality. Just don't believe in it. Just don't believe in the fire. You can't get hurt. I don't actually know if that's how it works in... Like if you choose... Well, I mean, that could be Takeru's power. He doesn't believe in powers. And then someone else has a power that locks doors and they keep using it because they get so lazy. But that's even worse. And because of that, impossible pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. And that power was gonna kill me and Arimora. Delusional flames would become a reality. In that reality, we're gonna be burnt to death. Oh, that's a sprite. The woman slowly pointed her hand towards us. Maybe I was imagining it, but the air around me seemed to grow hotter. No! I don't want to die. I don't want to be roasted to death by these flames. I don't want to die. No, 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 no! Calling for Seki no Mikata. I don't want to die yet! And he's gonna summon his sword. Although, like with Takumi, it took a lot longer for him to get his swords, so I don't know if they're gonna do that just yet. Bigger spiral of flame than we'd seen before appeared before us. At the same time, oh, sword! Ah, grab it. Something strange appeared in the corner of my eye. Frighteningly sharp, but also frighteningly fragile, infinite and finite. Phantasmal and real. Like all the ugliness and beauty in the world, it had been compressed into one object. It was a D sword. Ooh, was that Mio's right? Or I saw a lab goat. It's clearly a different shape than Arimora's, but still I could see it. Because I didn't know how to summon it, just desperately struck the woman with every delusion I could muster. Imagine the sword slicing through her flames. I flung that image at her with my delusions. It worked! I think. The burning fangs that threatened to engulf the two of us exploded. And then the fire danced like a snake, flew in a straight line towards the woman who had created it. The fire turned into a spiral that leapt at her. She fell over in shock. Less talking, more running. Was that my power? Okay, let's see this. We got white sleeve, Looks like an hourglass figure, so it's probably a woman. So it's gotta be Mio. I had been looking, a D sword had vanished from my vision. But is that just, was that just, no, that couldn't be Arimori, I zoomed in. Arimori suddenly fell silent. I turned to see what she was looking at. As the air rippled from the smoke and heat of the flames, the woman slowly stood back up. I gasped for the color of her eyes. The fire that had been there a moment ago was gone. The light that burned with hatred was gone. Now there's only ice. But her eyes were frozen. Were ice. Frozen, emotionless, and piercing. Arimori and I couldn't move. But why did she get ice powers too? Slowly, with an unsteady rhythm, the woman approached us. And then she stopped a few steps away. Smoke was rising off a garbage bin behind us. The planter next to us was making crackling noises from the heat. There's nowhere to run before us, behind us, or anywhere else. Oh, okay, that's... You could have mentioned that a long time ago. Couldn't even hear the bustle of the town. But the beating of my heart sounded even louder. The sound of my saliva running down my throat, the sound of my breathing, the sound of my blood flowing through my veins, all those sounds were proof that I was still alive. But soon, they'd be gone. They'd all disappear. Although, how's no one noticed this yet? Inside those burning flames. No. My legs shook. My eyes blurred with tears. Please, no. I don't want to die yet. I could barely speak. The woman's expression didn't change, not even a little. And as she raised her hand towards me, I closed my eyes. I'm about to... ... Huh? ... Slowly opened my eyes. And then... the woman was gone. She can only do that when you make eye contact. I don't know. Are we saved? I mean, I assume burning her or Taku's sword or something snapped her out of like a trance. I don't know. I assume it did something. All the strength drained from my body and I collapsed to the ground. Thought I was a goner. That she would kill me for sure. Till a moment ago, she was definitely going to kill me. I could tell from her eyes. They were cold, without a trace of doubt, uncertainty, or hesitation. But why had she suddenly disappeared? Arimori? I looked up and saw that Arimori was standing there, staring at the spot where the woman had disappeared.
Senpai.
What's wrong, Arimori? There's something else?
そうじゃないんです。ただ
It's just...
怖くて動けない。
I mean, clearly... ... Okay.
ここ
I was not expecting that to happen. Okay. So obviously that does kind of mirror well, not that much, but Takemi's scene on the tower where he goes up the first time, tries to, you know, use his cool powers, but he really, I guess Takemi managed to a little bit, right? But he doesn't have the sword fully yet. So, well, if it mirrored Chaos had Foley, right? They'd fight again and then he'd get the sword, but I'm not for sure what just happened there. Or who that was to begin with. Like, they've got to be behind the arson attacks. It's got to be true. But, like, why? Like, I assume the arson attacks have been, like, them killing people, and they're, like... Well, that would have been noticed if they killed people. I don't know. They were probably experimented on, and their anger... Who knows? We'll find out eventually. See you guys then. Bye.